So we're going to start by looking at the Alexander Nevsky, which I have to say, having had about 40 or 50 games in, is swiftly becoming my favourite cruiser. And that's because the guns are brutal, quite simply put. Pretty standard sort of Russian captain setup. Pretty standard mods as well, really. I'm not using the range mod. 19k on this particular ship is fantastic. And what we're going to see is that the HE and the AP is very, very worth using, basically. The Nevsky has the ability to engage with the ships at whatever distance you want to engage them at. So you can rush into DDs, obviously using the radar. You can get out of there nice and quick. You can keep just outside your sort of 12.8k range on cruisers so that you can disengage at any point. You can do the same to battleships. I tend to engage obviously DDs close up, cruisers above 12.8, and obviously battleships at the further end, 15 to 19k, and the guns are pinpoint accurate at that range. So yeah, that's what we're going to see. Always worth it on games to have a quick check of what you've got on the opposing team. So always check, have they got a CV? How many DDs? How many cruisers? How many radar? How many battleships? The game starts before the game starts, if that makes sense. You're already working out which ships you want to engage and which ones you want to avoid. So obviously in the Nevsky, the armor isn't the best, so you want to avoid sort of those big guns, Yamato, Republic, Thunder AP, anything that's going to sort of overpen you and citadel you regardless of angling, basically. So here we go. I'm just following the Kagero in there. We had a bit of a chat when we started. And I said, yeah, I'm going to come in and kill the DDs, which I probably would have done if he'd pushed in hard, but he sort of turns as he gets to this end and sort of runs out a little bit. It kind of works out okay. I thought I'd have a free shot at the Nevsky there. I did check all the mountains. Nobody's going to spot me, and if anyone does spot me, it means I know roughly where the DD is. There he is. Oh, we've spotted him. So I'm just cruising in, so trying to keep a distance between the DD. Here we go. So he sort of turns, and he sort of turns and torps and runs. And at this point, I'm like, well, I'm not going in there on my own. So I'm speeding up because I'm getting ready for the turn. I'm going to use the rock here on my right. I get detected immediately, and I'm like, right, radar. Let's see if we can get some damage on the DD while I get out of there, obviously. You'll see these guns at sort of 11k. They're a bit trolley there, to be fair, but not the worst armor. Took a little hit on the side, nothing too serious. And again, avoided the Iowa guns, thankfully. Get a bit of damage on the DD, and then get out of there, disengage, really. Right, so you see a good example of the sort of speed and the sort of distance you want to be at. So there, I was like, all right, I want to disengage. Boom, stop firing. Disengaged pretty quickly. You see here, I've obviously switched to AP on the Iowa. I mean, it's what, 16k? Oh, I missed for the first volley. What's going on there? But yeah, even at 16k, it's going to do some damage. He started turning, so straight back to HE, and the HE is pinpoint accurate, very good fire chance. You just want to sort of keep. It's one of those ships you want to keep firing in, basically. If you can just keep firing, then you'll get some good damage in. Obviously, nothing too soon, but all right. So we've disengaged, and we need to sort of get back involved again.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
I think at some point here I start telling my Kagera to sort of get involved a little bit more, but I don't want to be in this corner on my own, really. So I'm going to go back into open water and just sort of engage at range a little bit. It's a very, very good ship for sort of staying back at your sort of 15 to 19k and just picking people off with the HE, getting some damage in. Boom. All right, 2 ships down already. Looks like they're getting all 3 caps. I'm never a fan of this. It's okay, no panic. Game's early on. Again, using the sort of rocks and the scenery on maps to maneuver is always worthwhile. So here you see I want to get in closer, but I don't want to get spotted, so I'm creeped in behind the rock now. I got spotted, so I pretty much know that that's probably the DD. I pop radar here and I'm like, oh, there's 2 of them. All right. We start on that guy and I think, yeah, you know what? I know there's a couple of battleships over there to the left and they're going to be aiming at me. There's one of them already. So I'm like, right, I'm doing my turn. Let's move. Yeah, there you go. See shots come in. Again, you can see here, I'm taking a bit of a hit, but it's not the weakest ship in the world. It's got 50,000 health, which is pretty reasonable. In fact, it's quite high for a cruiser, to be fair. I know a lot of people are disappointed with the turning circle, but I've not really had any problems with it. Just try and use some of the scenery to turn so you're not going to give broadside to people, basically, because it can get slapped. Here we go, just sort of like, all right, let's get out of here. There's obviously a few too many ships for me to engage at close range, but 14, 15k. You see a chap out here, and I've quickly switched to AP, because watch what this does. Like, bunk. Citadel's at what, 15k? I mean, the AP is really, really fantastic. The AP and the HE are fantastic. So it's a really tactical ship where changing HEAP is well worth doing. Seems the chappie didn't learn, so... Oh, you were charging in, alright. Burn, motherfucker, burn! So, I don't know why he's not aiming at me. I think he's got a hard on for one of the other ships, so I just start throwing in some HE, see if we can get some fires. Now, it's easy to get tunnel vision here. You see, I keep zooming in and out. I just want to check what's going on to my sort of left side. Am I going to get opened up? I mean, I'm detected, but nobody's aiming at me. But it's worthwhile seeing what's going on. So every now and again, just zoom out. Yeah, you don't get as many shots in. That's okay. You could hold down right button here and stick your cursor if you want. It's probably a good idea. I forgot to do it. Hey ho. But yeah, so we got a few fires on the eye. We're going. Want to keep all those guns working, but angled as tightly as I can, basically. And the firing angles on this ship again are extremely good. You see the angle of the ship in the bottom left. And again, as I say, look at that. It's like what? Where are we at? 14k there. Great distance because you can disengage if you take a bit of a hit. And the guns are just ridiculous. I mean, pinpoint accuracy, like laser beams. Pew, pew. Why is the eye? We're not firing at me though. I mean, alright, so he's burning. Let's leave him to it. Get on to someone else for a little bit. See if we can get a few more fires started. This is Zuma wants to join in. Good luck. Alright, so we get a fire on him. We think, oh, the Iowa's out. Not for long. Awesome planes. Decent AA on the ship as well, actually. It's not the worst by a long, long way. So he's turned side on now, and I'm switching to AP because it is worth doing the damage with the AP in this ship. And again, because of the accuracy, you really can like pin battleships at range. I mean, look what we've got. Volley there, like 5k nearly. I think he sticks a repair on, but it's a bit too late. All right, so he's angling. So back to HE. He's not. Yeah, back to HE. And we farmed the Iowa to death. And we're on 100k already. Bing, bing. All right, so I sort of see the DD here, and I'm like, right, it's time for me to push and get in there. And again, that's 16k. I saw the DD 10 and thought, yeah, why not? 3 pence on him. Again, time to push in. Use the scenery. Huge piece of rock there covering me from the front, and I can see this Nevsky sort of pushing in sideways, and I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll have some of that. AP it is. So there's a great example of why you don't want to get broadside though in the Nevsky. 3 citadels from a cruiser. Oh, I took 14k there. That's a wallop. Just checking this is Zemo. No, he's leaving me alone. It's fine. The Champagne or Champagne or whatever it is. I don't know what he's doing. He's just getting drunk at the back of the battlefield by the looks of it. Alright, radar up. Let's finish the DD off. Yeah, no, dispersion. Thanks. Bosh, no chance. Alright, we've evened it up a little bit. So, yeah, 5 ships down each side. If we can finish this Nevsky off or at least help. Again, don't be afraid to keep firing when they disappear. Like, he's still there. Keep shooting him. We should have slowed a little bit there before running around the corner, but hey ho. I think he gets popped in a second anyway, so I got lucky. A quick fire at the Azuma as we go.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert.
So parked Fusion, I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I thought he was going to accelerate there pretty quickly and he didn't. So it made me look a bit silly, but we do get a few shots on him before he disappears behind there. Surprised didn't get any citadels actually. At the range, I don't know. Are we over pens? Yeah, over pens. Yeah, yeah. Bit too squishy.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Oh, and another ship. Yeah, as I say, they just keep coming into range. Just keep firing. Don't be too worried about taking hits. It's got a lot of health. It's got decent sort of angles, good speed, so you can avoid a lot of that. See there, just how effective the HE is. I mean, like what's that? 1-2 volleys on the Zemo. He's on fire already, instantly. So it takes like what 12 seconds max. Oh, we're back to the chappie. He didn't learn his lesson the first time, and you'll see again the AP, just the power of it. 16 kilometers, and yeah, so yeah, some citadels there. I think somebody else finishes him off. I think the Kagera finished him off actually. Yeah, there we go. He's gone. Well, we're up to 190k, and the say just rolling around at the back. Keep firing, keep firing. Go in when you feel that there's a little hole for you. And as soon as you want to disengage, yep, get out of there. Use the speed of the ship. Keep firing as you go. There are a lot of points down, but we are a ship up here. And the Prince Eugen, I don't think, has spotted me. So that's definitely a fight I want to get into, if I'm absolutely honest. The French cruisers are a bit, well, the power creepers completely rubbish them, if I'm absolutely honest. As a friend of mine pointed out the other day, this ship's got torpedoes. What? I'm just holding my fire on the Suzumo for a little bit. Just want to check where his guns are and what's going on and get my turn in really first. I don't want to take a broadside from a Nazumo at 12k because he can definitely do some damage. But again, look, AP, get on the AP, get some shots in there, let's get some damage. Alright, so here's the Prince Eugen, and I'm thinking, yeah, I need to get in there quick, fire, charge. Point I thought he was going to come out broadside on me. And the only problem here is the Zuma is going to come out at the same time, so I don't really want to be taking both of them on. But I think I do throw some torps down here just in case I get lucky and he pops out. But he doesn't. He sort of sits back. But I mean, the Prince Fusion is the AP on this is gonna brutalise it. If I'm absolutely honest. Saying again, sort of torpedo line tells me that he's sort of stopping, but we'll throw him out there anyway. So this is where I kind of realised, oh, the Zumo's coming. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? I've seen the Fusion. Let's finish him off quick. So we start shooting at the Fusion, and actually, I don't know what he does. He sort of accelerates and gives me broadside. So mad. I don't know what he's doing. Like he should have just stayed there, I guess, and let the Zuma have me. But he accelerates towards me, and then turns to his left and gives me broadside. And again, you just see the AP, how good the AP on this is. I mean, it's pinpoint accuracy. He's like, oh, have some broadside. All right, I'll get all the guns on you then. I'm surprised I don't get any citadels really. I suppose. Oh, there it is. So yeah. Right, so now we're two ships up, and yeah, we're back to where we want to be really. We're behind on points slightly, but that won't last long. Gonna finish off this Azumo, get some HE on him. I think he gets battered in a minute by one of the battleships. Um, say our CV probably did a good job here. I mean, I hate CVs, but if they're gonna have a good one, at least be on my side, right? Yeah, he takes a lot of torps, and yeah, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. And against sort of tier 8 and 9 battleships, this thing's a bit of a shoe in. Now, I realised here, panic, oh, coming close to the edge of the map. So stop firing, because he's above 12.8k. That probably going to miss. Yeah, so that volley goes. And then hopefully I'll disappear before he gets another shot on me. I actually lied here. 221k, I said in chat. No, 211, miscounted, my bad. And the Zuma goes, so it's pretty much game over. There's a battleship left, but I don't get towards him. We'll just sort of, yeah, there we go. We'll skip to the end here and just rushing towards him. That's my game done basically. But yeah, the Alexander Nevsky, really powerful, good range, good speed, good HE, good AP, decent armor, good firing angles. one of the most powerful cruisers I've played, and my new favourite, I have to say. 9 Citadels, couple of ships destroyed, 211k damage. Didn't actually win on the team score. I was surprised here. The Amagi must have had an absolute blinder. But yeah, certainly quickly becoming my favourite cruiser. All right, peace out. Enjoy.